Here's the weekly haul. Starting with toys, I got this Fantastic Four She-Hulk. It's always interesting when the Fantastic Four get a different team member. So in this case, She-Hulk took over for the Thing temporarily. And that stuff just fascinates me. A similar one would be when Storm and Black Panther took over for Reed and Sue. But yeah, because John Byrne loves She-Hulk. So then when he was doing Fantastic Four, he put She-Hulk in his Fantastic Four. And this She-Hulk body and the main head sculpt here, among the best in Marvel Legends. Just a big grin, even the ponytail, new head's awesome. And she comes with some dumbbells to really flex her stuff, and she should have came with the skipping rope. If you know, you know. This week's haul was a very big variety, so then I also have the Star Wars Black Series Barriss Offee, who I didn't care about before Clone Wars, obviously, because she was a nothing character, but then in Clone Wars, they made her super cool. She was a traitor to the Jedi, she framed Ahsoka, and then even before that, when her and Ahsoka would have that team-up adventure where they were fighting zombie Genosians or something, I don't remember what was happening. That was a good little arc in Clone Wars. And they released Luminara Undali also this year. That's a good turnaround for getting Master and Padawan. And I'm glad that Barriss got a happy ending in Tales of the... I don't remember what that one was called. Was it Tales of the Empire? I don't remember. I liked the Barriss story in that one though. The other story was that woman from Mandalorian. I wasn't a fan of that one. Then from G.I. Joe Classified Series, I have Cobra Commander, armored up, ready for battle. And he comes with this iguana, which I'm pretty sure he turns into in the G.I. Joe movie that I have never seen. He does turn into it, because he has two heads here. One of them has lizard eyes, and one of them has normal eyes. He has a little jetpack accessory, and I regret not getting the I Was Once a Man Cobra Commander, but he was too expensive. But I have a minor Cobra Commander obsession, so I like to get all his different costumes and releases. I was once a man. Then this is one I put off for a really long time, but I got Beastman from Masters of the Universe Masterverse. This is the new Eternia Beastman. I didn't like any of the Revelation Beastmans they made. That one that had no armor, that one was lame. And then the other one that did have armor was in a more expensive pack or something, also lame. Beastman is one of the characters I consider a core Masters of the Universe character. I don't think that's a hot take, I think everyone thinks that. And I'm only collecting the core characters for Masterverse. So just off the back here, like no King Randor for me, but I'll maybe get Roboto because he looks cool. And then finally, a DC Multiverse release with Kiteman. Hell yeah. Despite what many say, I did enjoy most of Tom King's Batman run, and Kiteman is a character he completely revitalized, and he's kind of doing the same thing right now in his Wonder Woman run with Mouseman. So Kiteman's real name is Charlie Brown, and he featured heavily in The War of Jokes and Riddles, where he was basically the protagonist of that even. And then that led to him getting a supporting role in the Harley Quinn cartoon, which eventually led to Kiteman getting his very own cartoon. So yes, I'm a big fan of modern Kiteman. The Platinum was not as exciting, but it did look closer to this art on the back. Then for my monthly comic books, Daniel Warren Johnson is ending his run on Transformers, and then Robert Kirkman is taking over next month. This is issue number 24. Got Radiant Black issue 37 here. I think this is the start of a new arc. Action Comics. This is a Superboy story. This is possibly going to be dropped soon. It's been just fine. Trinity, a daughter of Wonder Woman, comes in with another banger. This issue, Toddler Trinity, or what's her name? Toddler Trinity Elizabeth Wonder Robin. She travels back in time to the events of Tom King's Batman run, The Wedding, and shenanigans are probably going to ensue. We'll have to wait and see. The conclusion of Spider-Verse vs. Venomverse with issue number 5. Aquaman finally leaves that nether blue water world he was in with issue number 9 here. The Starbreaker Supremacy continues in Green Lantern Corps issue 8. Wolverines and Deadpools continues with issue number 3. I think this is the last issue, and then next month we have Undeadpool, which is part of the Age of Revelation. And then hopefully once that's done, they announce a new Deadpool ongoing of some kind. Imperial War Nova Centurion. This, along with Imperial Guardians, are the one-shots I was most looking forward to, because these Nova and the Guardians can both carry their own series, as was shown in the 2000s, and they should both probably always have one, just to have the Marvel Cosmic be doing something? Yes, so looking forward to reading this. Also, I like Jed McKay quite a bit. One World Under Doom issue 7, just 2 more issues to go after this one, and then they just announced today The Will of Doom, which is being written by Chip Zdarsky, Canada's favorite son. Speaking of Chip Zdarsky, here's Captain America issue 3. This has been a really good series, do recommend. And then Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion issue 4. How many issues does this have left? 1? Are they doing 5? I don't remember. Then finally for trades, I got this on Book Outlet. It is Astonishing X-Men Modern Era Epic Collection Volume 2 Unstoppable. I have issues 1 to 12 in thin, floppier trades, not Epic Collection sized. And now I have all of the Astonishing X-Men, which is honestly embarrassing that I didn't own it already. Then finally, from 204 Comics, I got the second Sandman Mystery Theatre Compendium. So I like Wesley Dodds Sandman, and this is just a classic Vertigo series. Looking forward to reading this. And the covers for the series are interesting because they're all live photos, they're not drawings. So whoever was doing them would have people model and then you'd photograph them. Now to talk last week's comics, the Turtles are finally working together with 1 issue left to go. They have that DA that's been against them. He's been turned into a giant monster Chimera mutant, you know, turtle stuff. So Gwenpool ended with, what did it say? They said the end for now. Was this just a classic comic book thing that they always add? Or do they actually have plans for another Gwenpool series? I hope that is the case. I'll collect Gwenpool by any writer, any artist, just to support the character. Moon Knight issue 12 was a fun read. Moon Knight teams up with the Wrecker to fight some ghosts, and this is Moon Knight's sacred armaments. I can't pronounce that word. But it's his special costume that helps him punch ghosts extra hard, so that was pretty funny. And then he has a fun little convo with Wrecker, because his team paid Wrecker to do something for them, but Wrecker insists that despite the money Moon Knight owes him. Moon Knight's like, do I? And then Moon Knight gives all these reasons why he doesn't own the Wrecker, and then the Wrecker says, real good argument, Moon Knight. Real debate club stuff, but you were never a debate club type, were you? No, I'm gonna bet you're always down in the mud and the blood and the beer, just like me. And Moon was like, damn, he's right. That's so funny. And that's so in character. And he's talking to his therapist, and then she's like, so you don't actually owe him anything. And then Moon's like, yeah, you're right. But the problem is Wrecker is also right. I always was in the mud, the blood, and the beer, which is how I know I do still owe him. That's funny stuff. And then the corporate Siniger character, Layla, I don't remember her last name. Layla from the show shows up. And here's Scarlet Scarab? Scarlet Scarab? Yeah, mud and the blood and the beer. Some classic Moon Knight. With Ultimate X-Men issue 19, Hisako is officially out of confinement, healing up, and back in action. That took too long in my opinion, but they're finally having some climactic things happening. Batgirl got to bond with her brother, Jade Tiger, in issue 11 here. Several assassins came after them and they fought them together. I like Batgirl, Cassandra Cain having a brother now, and then also having that brother be the son of Bronze Tiger. That's nice too. Batgirl doesn't inherently have a supporting cast, I guess, and now they're building up a supporting cast and a family outside of the Bat family. So that's good for you, Cass. Another banging issue of Cheetah and Cheshire rob the Justice League with number 2 here. So a fun little detail I liked is that the Cheshire has a daughter with Roy Harper, and the daughter's name is Leanne. Cheshire is obviously a supervillain, and Roy Harper is a superhero, but they still have joint custody. They still share time with the kid, and I assume the kid just doesn't tell the other about the supervillain stuff or the superhero stuff that's going on. And I like Cheetah just being friendly with Leanne, because just because they're bad guys doesn't mean they're bad guys. Philip Kennedy Johnson, Superman saga continued with the Book of L here. There's a war zone, or maybe a war zone, I don't remember. There's an invasion of Earth, and then Superman gets time displaced. So now he's in the future, where since he was time displaced, he wasn't there to help and everything went wrong. It's a fun story. Batman #1 was really good, first of all. I liked how he didn't beat the crap out of Killer Croc. He calmed him down through talking. And then something I didn't like when I first read this was that he said Batman was insisting to Killer Croc's doctor that people never change. And I was like, that's annoying. Batman would never say that, because that's what his whole thing is based on. But I'll keep reading. And I did enjoy the rest of the issue aside from that. And then I've been seeing people online point out it's probably going to be part of his larger character arc, that his optimism and hope has been diminished from recent events. He's been having a rough go of it. And that Alfred in his mind right now is gonna be this like Northern Light. That's what he's, Northern Star. Because he misses his dad and misses having him in his ear, spouting optimism and snark. And Alfred is the one that tells him to, hey, you don't have to beat this guy up. So this was a good issue, very strong. And it, so much better than Hush 2. Hush 2 is barely in continuity. I forgot Vandal Savage was the police commissioner of Gotham right now. So Avengers fought the Marvel Zombies in issue 30 here, and more of Black Panther remembering Battle World. And it was revealed that the bad guy they've been fighting, Meridian, is Kang. So it's just another Kang thing. Imperial War, Exiles. I like Deathbird a lot. And I like that Charles, Lilandra, and Xandra are now an actual little family. So I do want to see them interact more. This issue wasn't told in chronological order, so that was a little confusing. But yeah, it was fine. Better than I've read from Steve Fox before. So there's everything I picked up this week. Let me know what you're reading and what you want to see reviewed first.